welcome back to Coco and Lou. It's Eva here. Today I am doing a very important video in how to keep your rabbits cool in the summer weather. The reason why this is very important is because in the summer rabbits are most likely to get heat stroke if you don't take care of them correctly. So these are just some life hacks or tips and tricks on keeping them cool in the summer weather. So this will help your rabbits stay cool and avoid getting heat stroke. So without further ado, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and let's get started with this video. So one of the first things that you're going to want to do is provide lots of fresh, cool water for your rabbits to drink, because they're most likely going to be drinking a lot in the warmer weather. So definitely fill a pitcher or some sort of water holder or like liquid holder, and definitely put that in the fridge so you'll have some nice cool water to provide your rabbit with when they drink some. So this is a great thing to do because your rabbits are going to be drinking lots of water, and providing water is one of the main things. So definitely do that, and don't go off somewhere and forget about that, because you got to keep your rabbits hydrated. Another great thing to do, which also has to deal with their water, is to place ice cubes in their water so it stays cool for a longer time and they have fresher things to drink. Some owners disagree with this because they think their rabbit might possibly swallow the whole ice cube, or it might be too cold for them. My rabbits never minded this, so I just go ahead and place like 4 to 3 ice cubes in there for their water to stay nice and cool. This is definitely a great option in the really humid days, but also in the really humid days you can bring them inside, which if it was a really bad heat wave I would definitely recommend. Unfortunately my rabbits are outside right now, but I still have lots of different ways to keep them cool. This one also has to do if your rabbit is in an outside hutch or something, or if they're inside in an X-pen. I would definitely reduce the amount of straw, if you use straw, or fleece that you use. My rabbits don't really mind it because they don't have fleece in their other area of the cage, but just kind of reduce it. Make sure you don't have a bunch of bulky blankets laying around that aren't going to be used by your rabbit, because it is summer and they won't really want to snuggle up with them as much, because they're going to want to just drink a lot of water and kind of just settle down in a nice shady place. So they won't necessarily need a bunch of blankets laying around because they won't use them as much. You can take fleece and make this DIY little cool pad for your rabbit, which I might be doing a separate video on. It's basically just a Ziploc bag with water in it that I sewed inside a piece of fleece and just froze it, which is great to keep your rabbits cool in the summer. But that does lead us onto our next tip on keeping rabbits cool. So another great thing to do also is to provide frozen things. Like frozen water bottles are a #1 best thing to do. So you just freeze a water bottle, and then you just set it in your rabbit cage and they will lay on it. You can also place it under your rabbit's fleece if you think it is too cold, but your rabbit will be quite smart and they will lay against it. So you also can place it in a sock or something, but you just basically lay it down in your rabbit area. Another thing you can do is take frozen vegetables and fruits and provide a treat or two for your rabbit. So these are just some blackberries, and my rabbits just love blackberries when I give them to them. So it's just a nice cool treat you can give to your rabbit, and you can also teach them tricks. So yeah, that's definitely a great idea. So you also can freeze fruits as well if you don't have frozen ones pre-packaged. or anything. Like, you can slice up some banana and definitely freeze that, because my rabbits love banana as well. So, like I said, use frozen water bottles because they are definitely a great item to use, along with frozen treats. So you also can just freeze some fruits in an ice cube and just freeze that, and it's just a little ice cube treat. So it's definitely very refreshing for your rabbit, and you also can teach them tricks while you're at it. Honestly, I didn't come up with this next one. I actually kind of got it from 101 Rabbits, but she is pretty cool with her videos. So you can wet your rabbit's ears. You don't have to do this. Like, you don't have to do any of these. They're just recommendations if you want to keep your rabbit cool. So, you can wet your rabbit's ears. I'm not going to wet my rabbit's ears because they don't like it, but you can just gently wet your rabbit's ears with some water, but make sure to do it gently, and make sure you don't put so much water on their ears that they get mad at you and it kind of clogs up their ear. You don't want to do that, but you can do that because when they jump or hop around, then the wind will blow on their ears and it will be nice and cool. So you can do that as well. The next one is just overall a great way to keep your rabbit cool. So when you give them their veggies, specifically romaine or spinach, just wet it and just leave them wet a little bit. So like when you rinse them off, just leave them a little extra wet, so that way they get a little more water, so they stay more hydrated. Now finally, the last one. This is for if you have indoor rabbits. You can turn up the AC a little higher than normal, just in case. So you don't want to get your rabbit's temperature higher than usual, which I think the normal temperature is around 70 or 60, something like that. I believe 75, but if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. So you just want to turn up your air conditioning so your rabbits will be at the best temperature, and just to keep your house cool as well. So yeah. So I hope this video really helps you guys. The main things are just to provide lots of water, and basically just to just keep them cool with different like frozen water bottles and things like that. So basically provide plenty water. That is just the biggest thing in the world. I really recommend getting bigger water bowls because they are most likely not going to tip them over as easy, and it holds a lot more water than usual. So yeah, I hope this video helped you. Don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!